We can get anything you need. Our supply networks circle the globe. I gesture to the map on the wall, speckled with push pins showing the sources of our hundreds of herbs and spices. In the year and a half since I'd bought the place, I'd worked hard to expand our offerings, to not follow trends, but set them. Peppers were hot, as was almost anything new, especially the new and hot. I like to think beyond that. So did Tamara. Tamarack is all about flavor, she said, her small hand scarred by burns and knife blades, opening and closing as she pumped her lower arm. Both bold and subtle. Spicing should complement the food, not dominate it. Music to my ears. Love the name. Where's the space? She hadn't said. Restaurateurs often keep plans under wraps as long as possible, then leak a few juicy hints aiming to pique curiosity and build buzz. Lower Queen Anne. She kept her tone low and cagey, though we had no other customers at the moment. Next to Tamarind, the Indian place, I'm spending every spare moment there. The architect came up with the coolest design, woodsy but light-filled, like the best picnic you ever had, but no rain and no ants. Tamarack was a joint venture with Danielle Bordeaux, the visionary owner of half a dozen of Seattle's favorite eateries and drinkeries. If I played this right, we might get her business too. Great concept, good location, near the center, Queen Anne, Magnolia. Near money. Aren't you worried that the names are too similar? Tamarack and Tamarind? Sandra swept by, a giant jar of Turkish bay leaves in her plump arms. I like the synchronicity. Our image will set us apart. Tamara's luminous green eyes shone, not to mention the line streaming out our door. Isn't that space haunted? Black Sharpie in hand, Lynette paused in her task of checking items off a delivery list. Go schmose, Tamara said. Let me give you a sample of those salon quills. True cinnamon, my finest grade, still called by the ancient name of the island where it originated. I pulled a jar off the shelf and carried it to the front counter. Alex giving you a hard time about leaving for a competitor? I twisted off the lid and reached for clean tongs. Tamara's silence snagged my attention, and I looked up. I haven't told him yet. Behind her, Lynette straightened, glancing from Tamara to me. I want to get all the details in place first, Tamara said, the words breathy and rushed. Finish the build-out, nail down sourcing, recruit the key staff. I read between the lines. And you don't want to tell him until you're ready to draw another paycheck. The creases in her forehead and the red stains blooming on her white flower cheeks told me I'd guessed right. Our lips are sealed. You don't honestly expect him to be surprised, do you? Or behave rashly? As lead sous for the First Avenue Cafe, the flagship of Alex Howard's restaurant empire, Tamara knew the man well. He bought his spices from me even after I'd ended our fling. Too fast and furious to call it a relationship last September. Tall, dark, hawkishly handsome, and one heck of a chef. He boasted the legendary temper and bravado as well as the cooking skills. Rumors of his cutthroat business practices swirled through Seattle's food community, but he'd always been fair with me. In business, at least. Not a chance I'm willing to take, she said. I reached for her shopping basket brimming with fresh produce, but she tucked the samples into her own green and white striped tote. The quills were for her, not the cafe. I'm dying to try your ghost chilies. Alex makes a terrific relish out of them, but he won't let anyone else handle it, so I'll have to work up a recipe myself. From under the counter, I drew a canister of the double-bagged devils. Boot jolokia, better known as boot capsicum, the ghost chili, is a naturally occurring hybrid from the Assam region of northeastern India that blasts the top off the Scoville heat scale. Alex uses the dried whole pepper.